What's going on, everybody? Smokey here. We're back with another video. I figure in my last video, the one I just got through posting about the fuel tank install. Sorry I didn't get the complete video of installing it. Was just trying to hurry up and get it done and everything, and trying to get the camera set up and all that stuff. It was just, I guess, just in the way. But anyway, I tried to walk y'all through it the best I could, but I went on a little bit in the end of that video about getting started in this business in RV transport on a budget. And really, I mean, this can apply to just about anything that you get started in business related. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give y'all a little bit of the stuff that I've done to my truck whenever I got started doing this on a budget, and then we may walk down the driveway and I'll talk to y'all a little bit more and just go over a few more things. And then, like I said, y'all stay tuned for some of my upcoming videos. I'm gonna do one with a tour of my truck, how I got everything set up. Then I may include it in that one. I may do a separate video of everything I use as far as tools and everything that I keep in my truck as far as that goes. And then want to do one, y'all forgive me, just lost my train of thought. But anyway, tour of the truck and stuff like that. One of the things on this video over here that I'm going to show y'all as far as getting started on the budget is my mud flaps. Stay tuned for a video on that because I'm going to be redoing those, and I'll show you why here in just a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and flip y'all around, and then we'll get started on this. Alright, as far as the mud flaps go, excuse my little board over my tag there. Not saying that y'all gonna come out here and steal my information, but you never know who's watching. And with all the hackers and everything out in the world today, you just need to cover your butt as much as you can. So anyway, as y'all can see, my nice little mud flap weights there. Yes, as I stated in my very first video, I was in the Marine Corps. I guess some people, you'd call it, I'm a big gung-ho Marine, but oh well. But as far as the mud flaps go, of course, there's my mud flaps right there. And I done those myself. As far as I built my own rock guard. And a lot of people say that you have to go to Dan's or somewhere like that to get the full one-piece rock guard. Now, being that I'm saying this, I don't want to give anybody the wrong impression, and then y'all go out here and do this, and then y'all get up there and it fails inspection, then y'all come back up here and blame me. I do not want that. So do this at your own risk. Mine passed, and honestly, I don't see why it wouldn't have. But a lot of people say that you got to have one solid piece. Honestly, that right there is two mud flaps, two 36-inch mud flaps. And I cut them in half, and then it's going across the entire width of the bumper. And then basically what I use is a piece of angle iron, and then I bolted that up underneath. And then I took the mud flaps, I cut them in half, and then, as you can see, I just pieced them together right here. Now, if you want to, and I thought about this, is maybe getting a piece of a small piece of what do you call it, sheet metal or something, putting on the back side, so that way you cover up that little crack. But honestly, there ain't nothing getting through that. And so, like I said, two mud flaps, cut them in half. That gave me 4. and that went all the way across. So the biggest thing that you have to, whatever you're doing this, excuse me, I got the hiccups and stuff, but on your mud flaps, and the same thing with your rock guards, you need to make sure that they're no more than, I think it's 5 or 6 inches. Different companies, they have their own requirements. The company that I'm leased on with, I think it's 5 inches. So that's the biggest thing. Just make sure that it's no more than 5 inches off the ground. Mine are like 3 or 4 or something like that. Same thing with the rock guard. Make sure that it goes across the entire bumper, and just make sure that it's 5 to 6 inches off the ground, and you should be good. A lot of people, like with their exhaust pipe, it sort of comes out at an angle, like coming back right there. No, I guess somebody's honking at me again. But anyway, I went into my local muffler shop, and I had them turn my exhaust out to the side, so that way the heat or whatever wouldn't get onto the mud flap and damage it or melt it or catch it on fire or whatever, because that is rubber. And so that's, like I said, that's the biggest thing on it. So that was fairly simple. And like I said, a lot of this stuff I had already laying around the house. I collect stuff, and I hardly ever throw anything away. I do woodworking also. I route signs and things like that. Like I said, that a lot of these videos I post later on, they may not be specifically towards RV transport. I may do something going around the land or whatever like that. Like I'll show you, give you a little circle view. Like I said, I'm out in the middle of the woods, so that's just the way I like it. I got fortunate, and there's my old raggedy trailer, but plan on building a cabin, little 2-3 bedroom cabin a little bit further back off in there. My storm cellar, we'll hit on that just real quick, and then we'll get back to this. I dug that storm cellar up in my old place, and then I came out here and buried it, and I got this old just rough clay dirt out here, and it's just clunks. So I buried it and had everything secured down, packed it back in. Well, it rained that night. Well, I came back out the next morning, and that's how I found it. And I just haven't had a chance to redo it. I plan on getting that and putting it back in the ground. I won't go exactly how I'm gonna do that. I may do a video on that whenever I get ready to do that, and show y'all how I'm gonna secure that thing in the ground to where it will not come back up. But anyway, I got fortunate with this land here a little over a year ago. I've always dreamed of having something like this, but never thought I ever would. And I came across it, and I made the man an offer, and he took it. I bought 70 acres. Actually, I got 71 acres here. And so, like I said, I got a lot to do to keep up with this land. But we'll do a video on that later in the day. I may take y'all on a little tour around some of the trails I got. And I got another little piece that's historical on this land. I'm not going to say what it is just yet. I'll do a video on that and let y'all see. But anyway, that took care of the mud flaps. The fuel tank, that's a 100-gallon fuel tank, came off of a semi truck. I had it laying around the house. Like I said, I rebuilt a cab over, and I had that laying around, so I fixed it up, put it on there. It fits. Like I said in one of my other videos, I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work out when I get my my fifth wheel put on. We just have to wait and see. Y'all excuse the shakiness. I got this, trying to do this on this little what do you call it, selfie stick, and plus it's a little cold out here. But I'll tell you what, y'all give me just a minute. I'm gonna take this thing off. I'm just gonna hold it by hand. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. But like I said, the biggest thing is make sure it's DOT approved, and of course, obviously, this is. It's got a plug on the bottom, and see if I can zoom this out. There we go. Like I said, there's my shut off switch, or shut off valve, I guess you could say. And then so whenever I get ready to open it up, I just turn that to the open position. Up there it's vented, so everything should be good there. But I just bolted it down to the bed of the truck. Oh, got some sirens going somewhere. Highway Patrol, he's flying. But anyway, got it bolted down, and she ain't moved. Ain't moved not one single inch. So it holds up good. My truck is a 2012 Chevy Silverado 3500 dually. It's got the flatbed on it. I already had this truck. I had this truck for there's more sirens coming. Let's see if I can't get y'all picture whenever they come through. I live way back off the road, guys, so well, I didn't see any blue lights on that one. Man, he must have been flying if I didn't catch that. Anyway, maybe we won't get called out to a wreck or anything like that. I'm a volunteer fireman, so basically I'm always on call. But anyway, getting back to the truck. I already had it. I used to do truck and trailer services. So like I guess like a mobile mechanic. I went around just doing like the DOT inspections, stuff like that on the trailers, trucks, changing tires, brakes, brake chambers, things like that. So I had it set up with big old air compressor and stuff on the back. Had a bigger toolbox on the sides, and so I took all that stuff off whenever I got ready to start this RV transport. This has been a real good truck. A lot of people don't like the Chevy Duramaxes for this kind of work. It's honestly, in my opinion, it's all your preference. A truck is a truck. It all depends on how you take care of it. If you take care of it, hopefully it'll take care of you. And to be honest with you, a lot of the things on these trucks are the same. Like, a lot of people have been having trouble with the CP4 pump on the Dodges. Well, I mean, a lot of these trucks have the CP4 pump on them. So really the biggest thing, what I've seen and what I've heard on other videos, one thing that I think is the biggest thing on the Chevy rather than the Dodge and the Ford is the Chevy has the independent front suspension. And it's a great ride, smooth ride, but apparently it just doesn't hold up as good. I haven't really noticed anything. Of course, I haven't been doing this long. This truck's got about 235,000 miles on it, and it's been good. The only thing that I've ever done to this truck prior to the fuel issue that we just got through doing the other day was the transmission control module went out, and the what do you call it? The power steering pump went out, which whenever it did that, of course it has the hydro boost, so whenever I lost my power steering, I also lost my brakes. So I got that fixed. Other than that, that's the only issues I've ever had with this truck, besides the dirt and everything in the fuel, which hopefully we got that set up. Oh, another thing, that another upcoming video, changing out the glow plugs. I've already changed out 3 of them. And then, so I'm going to go ahead and tomorrow, whenever I get the rest of my glow plugs, to finish changing them all out, because I'm been having trouble with it's showing on the engine light, or the codes and everything, the number 1, 2, and 6 glow plug is bad. I've already changed the number 2, 4, and 6. I'm having a little bit of trouble with number 8, getting the wire undone, and I don't want to break anything, but I'll get into a video about that and how to be careful, don't break anything off, because then, excuse my language, you're going to be screwed. But anyway, like I said, it's been a good truck. I've always been a Chevy guy, so who knows, one day I might get a Dodge whenever I go to upgrade. So, but anyway, that's that on the mud flaps and the tank. Another thing is the hitch for the bumper pulls, the weight distribution hitch. That is a Harbor Freight weight distribution hitch, $229. You don't have to go out here and buy starting off a $300-400 hitch. I mean, if you want to and you have the money, by all means do it. But like I said, if you get started on a budget, that's all you need. It just has to be 10,000 pound ready, and that one's held up good so far. Like I said, eventually one day I might upgrade. I don't know. I haven't gotten a fifth wheel yet. I plan on getting one. Hopefully, I was planning on getting one this week, but then my fuel issue happened, so I put that on hold because I didn't know how much money I was gonna get into with that. But I'm looking at the Demco Recon hitch, because you see in front of my cooler. Yeah, I already had the gooseneck ball there, so it'll slip right over there. I get the one for the recessed ball, and then let's set that in there. But I'm gonna turn y'all around, and then we might walk down the driveway and I'll talk about a few other things. But anyway, just more stuff getting started on a budget. Like I said, you don't need all the fancy brand new name brand equipment just starting off. Like I said, if you can afford it, by all means do it. But I mean, the purpose of this video is getting started on a budget, and that's exactly what I did, and that's exactly what I'm sure a lot of you have done. And those who are wanting to get into this, that's probably what you're going to do as well. Time you get finished decking out your truck and getting everything you need, you're probably not going to have much money left. So the things that I recommend getting at first is, of course, everything that you're going to need in order to pass a DOT inspection, because you got to have your truck DOT'd before you start. So you got to have a fire extinguisher. It has to be mounted. You got to have spare fuses. You got to have triangles. Hopefully it's not too shaky. But trying to think what else you got to have for DOT. Make sure your tires are good. Make sure your brakes are good. Make sure you ain't got no leaks. All that kind of mess. And then whenever you get started, really the only other thing that you need is, in order to get started, is a hitch, your weight distribution hitch. Like I said, I got that one at Harbor Freight for $229. So, and then you got to have, in order to start pulling or hauling RVs, campers, you got to have your mud flaps and your rock guard, which I've already showed you that as far as how I made my own. My mud flaps and rock guards, I think I spent a total of about $60 or $70 for all of it. I think it was I got 4 mud flaps. 2 of them I cut in half, and then basically then I had 4 for the rock guard. And then a piece of I went out and bought a piece of 8-foot angle iron, and then I cut off a few inches of it, and then I bolted it up underneath to the frame. And then the I got the both of the mud flaps on it. Them mud flap weights, I already had those. Those are just decorative pieces, so you don't have to have those. I had those. I took off that cab over whenever I sold it, because I wasn't letting them go with it. But anyway, so you need that. Like I said, your rock guard, mud flat weights, and then, like I said, if you have the money and you just want to take it to Dan's or Dooley Depot or somewhere like that up there, let them just do it all, then by all means do it. But like I stated a little bit in the last video, the one about the fuel tank install, is try, if you could do something your own, then do it if you feel comfortable doing it. Do not, I'm not going to say do not, but why, if you can do something on your own and you're capable of doing it, why go pay somebody else to do it? I mean, you're taking money out of your pocket. Yes, you are supporting somebody else, and somebody else is trying to make a living and support their family. But again, going back to starting on a budget. So I'm sorry, but I want to try to keep what little money I make in my pocket. So I mean, just like oil changes, why go out here and pay somebody else to change your oil whenever you can do it yourself? It's not that hard. I mean, you crawl up underneath the vehicle, and I mean, if you can get out here and hook up these campers and change a tire whenever one goes flat or whatever like that, you can crawl up underneath the vehicle and change the oil. It's not that hard. And that's going to save you a lot of money, especially over time. So, excuse the darkness, it got pretty dark out here. There we go, put y'all to the side. But, I mean, just simple stuff like that. If it's something that you can do yourself, do it yourself. And like I said, it will save you a whole lot of money over time. I mean, doing it here and there, it may not seem that much, and you figure, well, he's only going to charge me $20, $30, $40. Well, I mean, you think about it. You do that over time, and you do that every time. Well, that's going to add up to a lot of money, and especially the way fuel prices are right now. I mean, shoot, that could buy you a tank or two or three of fuel. So, just like I said, it's part of trying to manage your money. And like I was got on a couple times in the other video about a maintenance fund. Set you up a maintenance fund. If you want to do one specifically for maintenance, to where you can put back money to do your oil changes and tires and stuff like that, then do that one, and maybe put in a few percent of your, I don't know, 2 or 3% of your gross each time, and then set you up an emergency fund, such as a breakdown fund. Now that one, me personally, that's the one that I would put in, if I could, about 10% of your gross, and then build that up into a nice comfortable nest egg to where you feel comfortable with. Like I said, don't do it to where it's just a few $100s or maybe even a couple of $1,000s. Try to build that thing up to $10,000, and then whenever you get it built up, if that's the amount that you feel comfortable with, then don't put in it no more. Then you start taking that money and putting it into your pocket or somewhere else. But that way, if you ever need it, then you got that money. Say if your transmission goes out, or your motor goes out, or you break down and you need a tow, that's what that money's there for. If you get all the way through this and never have to use it, then great. Then you got you a nice little savings account. If you decide to get out of this business and start doing something else, well, you got you a nice little nest egg, little savings account built up. And so, like I said, do that, do your maintenance fund, and then take care of your truck. Whenever you start feeling or noticing something going bad on your truck, try to get to it and fix it right then, because it will come up to bite you in the butt, and it's going to cost you a lot of money, because normally whenever one problem starts, then that problem turns into something else, then that problem turns into something else, and before you know it, you might be better off just go get you another truck. So like I said, just take care of your truck. I know we're rambling on about different issues and stuff like that, but I apologize. That's sort of the way I am. I start off on one topic and then I get sidetracked and get on to another topic. But anyway, but that's pretty much it. I mean, things that I would get started with right off the bat is the things that you're going to need for a DOT inspection: fire extinguisher, triangles, fuses, stuff like that. Then, in order to get it started into RV transport, your mud flaps, your rock guard, and then your weight distribution hitch. Most companies, I've heard some that require you to right off the bat have to have a fifth wheel hitch. Most companies do not. So that's something that you can wait on, just like me. I'm starting off just doing bumper pulls until I can get me a fifth wheel, and then I'll start doing fifth wheels. But weight distribution hitch. Then I would get an auxiliary fuel tank, whether it be one like the one that I got, or whether you go and get one from Dan's or somewhere like that and put on there. Like I said, just make sure that it's DOT approved, because you do not want to get out there and then most DOT officers probably won't say nothing, but you're always going to have that one that's having a bad day, and then he's going to take his bad day off on you, and then it's going to cost you a bunch of money in violations, and possibly even shut down. So just go ahead and do it right. Then after you, because that fuel tank, that is definitely going to save you a lot of money. Some people may say, well, it's just, you're going to have to buy the fuel anyway. True, you are. But an example, like down here where I'm at in Mississippi, where I get my fuel, right now it's about $4.60 a gallon. Up north, and like in Indiana, or say out west, out in California, especially out in California, man, I've seen it, people posting and stuff, $6-7 a gallon. So if you can get you a fuel tank, then one, you don't have to stop as much, so that's going to be saving you time. Then that allows you to plan your trip to where you can get fuel at a cheaper cost, and then that in turn is going to save you money. That fuel tank right there, if you figure it up and think about it, and if you sit there, give you all a little bit of homework, actually, those of you who are wanting to get started into this. Sit down and figure out the price of fuel where you're at right now. Then figure out, look around, get on Google and all that stuff, and figure out what the price of fuel is in some of the areas that you're wanting to go, and then see the price difference. I guarantee you that tank right there is going to pay for itself. And this is, like I said, my tank, I already had it, so it didn't cost me nothing. It cost me a little bit to get the install kit to put it on, and a couple of fittings, but that wasn't that much. But I mean, if you went out here and say went up to Dan's and bought you $1,000 fuel tank, still that fuel tank's going to pay for itself in 1 month. I guarantee you, just by the cost of paying $4 a gallon versus $6 a gallon, depending on where you go. So get your fuel tank. Weight distribution hitch, fuel tank. Then you can, if you want to get into pulling fifth wheels, then get you a fifth wheel. That's the order that I would go. After you get done doing that, then start getting other things. I mean, if you want to make your truck look nice or whatever, do that. Y'all may have seen some in some. Oops, sorry about that. Some other videos. I like chicken lights, so actually, we'll just go ahead and turn them on. Hold on, guys. Let me flip y'all back around. I'm wanting to put some more down the bed. Those of you that don't like it, say I don't need them. Sorry to be like that, but honestly, I don't really care. It's about what I like. It's not about what everybody else likes. Same thing. Y'all may have something on your truck that I may think's crazy and that you don't need. Well, you may like it. So that's your opinion. Whatever you like works good for you. Don't try to impress other people about what your truck looks like or anything. I mean, what clothes you wear or anything like that. Don't worry about all that. Do what does you. So anyway, turn y'all back around here. We'll try to wrap this video up. But anyway, again, that's just some of the things that I can think of off the top of my head. Don't try to, like I was saying, one of these videos I made about whenever I was picking up one of the campers, you're going to have your naysayers no matter where you go. People are going to try to discourage you all they can. And honestly, what I've come to find out is those kind of people, it's because they're not happy with their life. So, and they just, I mean, basically they're suffering or from whatever reason, and they think that their life sucks. Sorry about that porch light. And so they want to try to make yours suck. So don't go by the naysayers. Like I said, do your research before you get into this. Or, I mean, before you get into anything that you do, whether it be woodworking, mowing yards, anything. Do your own research. And if it comes up looking good for you, then, and if you think you can do it, do it. I mean, there's only one way to find out, and that's take the chance. So that's like this with the RV transport. I've thought about doing this for several months, or not several months, but well, yes, several months, but probably almost a year now. And I was just skeptical about doing it. I'm a big what if person, and I'm always thinking, well, if I jump into this, and what if this happens, or what if that happens, and then I can't make it, or whatever. The only way to tell is just do it. That's all I can say. So, but like I said, you're going to have your naysayers, and people are going to tell you that, oh, there's no money in this. And right now, to be honest with you, the way fuel prices are, there's really not that much. I'm just going to be just straight honest with you. Honestly, I did get started in this probably in a bad time, but I'm gonna stick to it, and I think it all come out good. That's just like some of these people I've had since I've been out here in the 3 weeks. I've had a couple of different people come up to me from different companies and try to get me to go with them. That they got their rates are better and stuff like that. Let me just explain to you this way. The money, as far as having money to and everything's good, because you got to pay your bills. You have to pay your bills. You got to support your family. You got to pay your truck payment, insurance, breakdown, wear and tear, maintenance, all that kind of stuff. Then on top of that, you got your house payment. If you're married and have kids, you got to support them, take care of that. You got things that come up around your house, water heater, refrigerator, dryer, whatever like that goes out. So yes, you got to have money to be able to pay for all that and support your family. But at the same time, you got to think about, just because the money's better somewhere else doesn't necessarily mean that, like that old saying goes, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. I don't care who you go with, whether it be RV transport, whether it's driving a big truck, driving for one of these major companies. There's going to be bad times and there's going to be good times. The time that the company you're with may be going through a bad time, so you may switch over to the company that's having a good time. Well, a few months down the road, they're going to start having a bad time, and then now where are you going to be? Now you're just going to be constantly switching jobs. One thing that I like about where I'm at right now, which again is Indiana Transport, I've heard that other companies are paying better, their rates are better. But what I've also heard is like your load board. Most of those companies, you have to call in and request your load, or let them assign you a load. I like the way I'm at right now is I can actually get on an app and I can see what all loads are available. And if I want to pick that load, I pick it. I don't have to be under any kind of pressure of a dispatcher trying to pressure me in. Oh, won't you take this load? And if you'll do me this favor, then we'll get you on this other load, and blah, blah, blah. And then that favor they owe you never happens. So I like being able to look on the load board and pick my own load. Another thing is your fuel discount. They may pay better rates, but they may not give a good of a fuel discount. And what I've seen so far and heard from other people is that where I'm at, we do get a great fuel discount at different places. So that's one thing you got to take under consideration. And then the main thing that I like about where I'm at is the dealership right down the road. I could literally walk there in probably 10 to 15 minutes. Well, as old and fat as I am, probably not. But anyway, it's 3 miles down the road. But Indiana Transport is the only ones that haul their campers. That's who they're contracted with. Nobody else touches their campers except for Indiana Transport. And that was the reason I came here. Because I'm pretty much guaranteed to get a load coming back here. Because if you look on the load board, at any given time, I don't care when it is, there's at least 15 to 20 or even 30. On an average, there's 20 to 30 campers coming to their dealership every single week. So they're keeping me busy just to them. I've only hauled to one other place, and actually it was the same dealership. It's just a different location. It was down in Louisiana. But this dealership that I deliver to right now, that's the only one I've delivered to, and they keep me busy. So I mean, I'm thankful for that. And then, like I said, as far as the fuel and everything, money, whenever you get empty, a lot of people like say if you like if I live in here in Mississippi, so I have to drive up to Indiana empty, and then say if I take a load to California or Florida, well, I got to drive all the way back empty. Whereas here, it may not pay as good as in California runs, but I don't have any deadhead coming back home because I am home. Like I said, I could get out and push my truck home if I wanted to, but not necessarily. But anyway, Y'all understand what I'm saying. So that's the reason I chose them. But like I said, all the naysayers out here that say, oh, there ain't no money in it and you can't make a living doing this, I'm going to say one thing. Well, actually, I'm going to say two. First thing, you sitting here saying that you can't make no money into this. Quite frankly, why in the hell are you still doing it? That's what I don't understand. Because it's either you're trying to live way beyond your means, and that's the reason you're not making any money in it, or it's just you're being a naysayer, and then you're telling everybody, oh, there's no money into it, because you're afraid they're going to come steal your loads. Either way, if you're one of those kind of people, I feel sorry for you. Because you shouldn't be like that. You should be out here trying to help people, trying to encourage people to get started in this. So, but anyway, but yeah, that's the thing is, I mean, if you're sitting here saying that you can't make any money in it, or if you've been doing this and you're not making any money, then my question to you, and what I would like for you to do, is sit down and reevaluate everything that you do. Where does your money go to? Because even with fuel prices as high as they are, you may not be making as much as you used to, but I mean, you're still making something. Like down here, these southern runs, yeah, they don't pay that much, but I'm still making money. May not be as much, but I'm still making money. I don't go out here and buy all the unnecessary things I need. I don't go out here and buy all the name brand stuff. My clothes, 90% of my clothes come from Walmart. And that goes back to trying to impress people. Don't go out here and buy all the $100 pair of jeans and all that stuff just because you want to look good in front of somebody else. Impressing other people and looking good in front of other people doesn't come to what you have on. It comes from right here in your heart, how you treat people. That's the number one thing. So I know I'm just keeping on here rambling about stuff, but anyway, that's my little update as far as getting started on the budget. I'm sure there's things that I missed, and I apologize if I did. If I remember anything that I'll try to maybe put another piece of this video if I remember before I post it. But if not, just like I said, just you don't need all the nice and expensive things. Yeah, they're nice to have, and I would love more than anything to have me a brand new 2022 Dodge Ram, but I can't afford it, and so I'm going with what I have, and so far it's doing a good job. I'm gonna turn y'all around here real quick, show y'all a little bit of something else I got. As a Jeep I was telling you about, one time I had to replace the engine in it. My son, he's 18 now, but whenever he was 16, he had decided he wanted to go for a joyride. And if he ever watches this, he'll probably kick my butt, but he's bigger than me. Nah, just kidding. He may be bigger than me, but he'll never be able to whoop my butt. But anyway, he decided he wanted to go for a joyride, and he ran it up over a hill and into a fence, and broke a T-post off, and in between the motor and the frame rail, and put a hole in the oil filter and ended up locking the motor up. Needless to say, he learned his lesson quick. I tore his butt up, and he was grounded for several months, and he also paid me every single penny back on that Jeep as far as getting the motor. So I'm proud of him. He's a good kid. He really is. I love him to death, and I'm so proud of him. I mean, he's in college now, but whenever he's in high school, He's in the band. He played football. He's a starter playing football, and he was the captain over defense. He was a middle linebacker, power lifter. You name it, he done it. He worked after school, and he still made straight A's. And his first semester in college, I think he graduated high school with a 3.6 GPA. And his first semester in college, he made the dean's list and graduated, I think, with or not graduated, but finished the semester off with 3.8 GPA. So I'm very proud of him. I couldn't be a more proud dad than I am with him. He turned out to be an amazing kid. So that's that. There's a little boat I got. It's a 1987, I believe what it is. You may not be able to see it that much. It's a Javelin. I bought it from a buddy of mine next door, the one that, like I said, started over here with me. It's got a 90 horsepower motor on the back of it. Maybe whenever it warms up, maybe I'll do some videos and I'll take y'all out fishing with me. I can't wait to get this thing back in the water. And I got a flat on it right now, so I got to air that tire up or put a new one on it, one. But I'm ready to get back in the water and do some fishing. So like I said, we may do several different videos of just things around here at the land. Like I said, I got one thing on my property that's it's pretty interesting. I think some of y'all might enjoy it. And let me turn this thing back around. About getting too dark out here, y'all can't see me. But anyway, I won't mention what it is, but I seriously think y'all gonna like it. It's very historical. So I've been wanting to get out there and do some things and clean that area up. But like I said, there's always stuff to be done around this land. If any of you have land, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a non-stop full-time job. Just keeping the land up. So hopefully one day, my goal, I've been out here for about 1.5 years, almost 2 years now. And my goal is, or my goal then was within about 3 years, I want to fence a lot of this in. I want to get me some cows, and maybe not a bunch, just a few. Some pigs, chickens, goats, stuff like that. And I want to be able to where I don't even have to hardly go to the grocery store. I can raise my own cattle and take them and just rotate it out and get my own meat from them. That way I know how they're raised. I know if they were sick, I know it. If they, because I'm gonna tell you something, this the price of meat and everything right now, about like everything else, it's just too expensive. And then the biggest thing is that you don't know what's coming from that. You don't know if say the steak or whatever coming from that cow, you don't know if that cow was sick or what. If you raise it yourself, then you know. So, but anyway, like I said, enough on that. We'll save that for another video. But anyway, if y'all don't mind, like, share, subscribe. If you can think of anything else as far as what I missed about on a budget, leave it in the comments. And maybe your comment will help somebody else out. And just like I'm hoping my videos will help somebody. So that's the whole point of doing this is, like I said, I've learned more than I should off of YouTube. YouTube is a great asset. So, and I just want to pass that on to everybody else. Things that I've learned, things that I know that can help somebody else out, and things like that. So, like I said, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll talk to y'all on the next one. As always, y'all be safe out there. Semper Fi.